What is being rich? Having a $55,000 watch, or being able to convert a dollar into a million anytime, anywhere without any help? Our viewers by now would have realized one thing about themselves if they have been following all of our previous videos. It is the fact that human beings have high potential. You have high potential. The only thing missing is extracting it out and making better use of it. More or less, that is the reason why there is a wealth disparity. And of course, to all the economics geeks, I do understand not everyone can be rich. But to address that difference and to make sense of such huge disparities, we need to understand the underlying cause for it. Always remember that you are the only person who can trust yourself unconditionally. The prerequisite for that is the acceptance of your own self, by yourself. To believe in yourself, you need to make sure that you read the signs carefully. The universe constantly keeps giving you signs about your life. Your life is all about the signs that the universe gives, out of which many go unnoticed, and hence, we declare that tomorrow is not in our control. Understand two things in life before you get started with this. Number one, what you think of yourself is what you will be. And number two, among everything else, you need to make sure that you are emotionally stronger. The day you lose your strength emotionally is when you will realize that you have lost it, so make sure you never give up on your emotional strength. This way, there is always a driving factor that takes you places you have always wanted to be. So, what are these signs that are often considered to be the one that takes you places? A simple answer to this could be the traits that an individual has, their personality, habits, the rituals they follow, and the manner in which they look at things. Rich people are often known to be curious. But this does not mean that you should forcefully try to be curious and question anything around you. It should come out naturally without you having to force it out. The fact is that if you force something out of you, you will ultimately feel tired of doing it again and again. This is the difference between manifesting your mind and then working on something out of your interest and doing something just because it is good to do so. Rich people have one common trait. They are not scared of repeating what they did time and again. They will stay repetitive and will ensure that each one of their actions throughout the day takes them a step closer to what they intend on achieving. This is the most important trait. Many call it the determination to succeed in life, while others call it the hunger for success. Well, we call it the need that this person has because he manifests his life in a certain way. If you really believe in yourself and genuinely feel that you belong at a much higher pedestal, working towards it is not the hunger for success, but is the lifestyle you prefer. The only person who actually has a say on your lifestyle is you. So, never back down from what you have in your life. Another important thing about life is that failures are quite common. If one takes over 1,000 people with a fairly balanced mix of beginners and successful people, the ratio of failure while they start off on a business will be higher than those who succeed. Now, the question that exists here is, how do those few who made it to the other side always end up attracting so much wealth? Why is it that these are the only few people who, despite having all of the same circumstances as that of the majority who failed, were the only ones to move forward? These people who failed may consist of people who have been working throughout the years and putting everything they had into it. Yet, they fail. This is something that is really hard to answer. Let us try making sense of it with these three signs that we have for you today. The first thing that you would already have figured out, given that you've watched all of our preceding videos, is that you need to have an abundance mindset. Remember what we have been telling you, your mindset is what determines your life ahead. The first filter to having a successful life is to have an abundance mindset. Always believe that you will be able to achieve the abundance you have been longing for. Now, there is a reason why such people are able to think so. They believe that there is an abundance of everything out there. When we say everything, it could be the opportunities, people with whom you can work, money, and every kind of desire you ever had is out there in the open, at your arm's reach. Don't let yourself think that there is no money out in the market. Believe me, there is a lot. If you start believing that there is no money, you will fall into what is called the scarcity mindset. This is something you must not fall into whatsoever be the case. For a person who has already developed that mindset, they will have a very hard time shifting that mindset back to what should be their case. For them to get to the abundance mindset, it will require a moment of realization through experience that there exists an opportunity, and what they need to do is seize it. unless they do so, they will not feel the need to shift out of their daily life. They would be living a pseudo-reality where they believe that the world has nothing to offer them. Remember that if you can't see it, you can't reach out to it. You will be wasting your time with the scarcity mindset, so get rid of it as soon as you can. Just try acknowledging its presence every day. You will ultimately start seeing it, and by the end of it, you will be able to make an attempt to reach out for it and grab all the opportunities that come your way. A person with an abundance mindset will not think of getting rich by saving. They believe that there is enough money out there for them to lead a great life and will act upon it. Now, once you have understood what the abundance mindset is, you need to let it flow. Before I explain further, let us get one thing clear right now. Money, in today's world, is important. When the world has turned so capitalist where everything you touch costs money, it is impossible to imagine a life without enough money. So, if you stumble across anyone who in the name of spirituality asks to give up on your standard of life and the way you go about it, ask them if the food they had was for free or if the house they live in costs nothing. The thing which you don't value at all looks like a fortune for many. Now, while you attempt to question such practices, you may get into many arguments. The real challenge that you will have then in front of you is to ensure you don't sacrifice your friends and family as you choose your path towards success. Remember, when it comes to friends and family, one of the most important things for them is your time. In simple words, you need to find out time and dedicate it to them. So give them enough time, but always keep your focus strong. Energy and focus are correlated. The energy you spend towards the goal will come back to you with the same force. Keep the focus constant. Consider money to be energy. Energy is what comes in and goes out. Do you remember studying in school that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed? Money, in today's context, cannot be created or be destroyed. It can only be earned, and earned through proper channels and strategies. The third sign is that you know how to set it up and then forget it. You would be a bit confused, but that's all right. We are glad you are curious. It's quite simple when you understand it. So, what happens when a lot of people try the law of attraction out is that many people just keep expecting it to happen to them. They may have completed the entire process in the best possible way, but where they make mistakes is that they end up looking for it, expecting it at every turn of their life. What you need to do is believe, not expect it to happen every time you see anything similar. This will lead to more disappointments. Not only will you lose the hope that it will ever happen, it will lead you to believe that the entire process of manifestation is not working for you. This will leave you helpless. The world has everything lined up for you. All you need to do is trust in it, and more importantly, trust in yourself. Never let the people around you take you for a person with lesser capabilities. Your power is in your mind and in your manifestations. Manifestation is not an easy task. One needs to have a strong willpower and high focus to make it to the end of this process. But once you reach it, the power becomes you.